Hi, I'm Jeff. I'm a former pastor, and I wanted to ask you a question. Have you ever felt like you've made so many mistakes? You made so many foolish decisions that God could never love you, God could never use you, that God was mad at you, He rejected you. You feel like the church rejected you. I did. I felt like I had made so many mistakes and I had made so many foolish choices that while the love and grace of God was great and good for everybody, for some reason it didn't apply to me. And there was a long time and a lot of years of pain and struggle and agony where I had to go and realize and learn from the scripture that God absolutely loved me and that He wanted the best for my life still, no matter what mistake I made, no matter how many times I failed Him or I let Him down or I felt like I let Him down. And then He reminded me of a verse, Philippians 1:6, which is being confident of this very thing, that He who has begun a good work in you will bring it to completion. That was my life verse. And then He reminded me of Romans 11 that the gift and the call of God are irrevocable. And I couldn't walk away from Him and what He'd put in my heart. And so after years of study and patiently learning and relearning and unlearning the things that I had been taught in seminary and growing up, that God's love is as simplistic as we can imagine. And yet we as individuals, as believers, as the church, make it sometimes so complicated and so convoluted that it makes people feel like they have nowhere to turn and nobody to trust and nobody to talk to. Well, that's why I created Second Chance Pastor. It's a YouTube channel that's designed specifically for people like you and me, so that we have a safe place where we can come to and talk about and share our struggles, our challenges, our frustrations. There's so many days still that sometimes I just look up and go, God, what are you doing? And then He gently brings me back to His word and He shows me through His scripture. A lot of you may hear that and think to yourself, of course He talks to you. You were a pastor. But I want to tell you that the same God that loved me enough to bring me back to this point right here today is the same God that will lovingly, gently bring you to Himself. And I'm going to show you each day through devotions, through short sermonettes, through teachings, how much God absolutely loves you. And that you can come to a safe place and be real and share your feelings. Because I think the church struggles with people who really go through deep struggles and they don't know how to genuinely just dig in and talk about those things. The deep secrets, the deep fears, the deep frustrations, the angers, and all those things we think aren't Christian. But who do we talk to? Where do we go to express those feelings? If we can't go to the church because we'll feel like we'll be rejected and the door will be shut on us, where do we go? Who do we talk to? Me and you. That's where. And so we'll look at scripture. We'll dive into so many awesome topics and looking at how God revealed Himself to His people and how much He wants to reveal Himself to you. So I invite you to that journey with me. I'll be here every day. I'll look forward to seeing you each day, and we'll start this journey and walk on it together.